We are now going to be entering into the next asana, which is Gridhrasana. So continue to be seated in Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana. Now place your elbows on your respective feet, on your feet. Place your elbows on your feet. Interlock your fingers and rest chin on your knuckles. Interlock your fingers, rest your chin on your knuckles. Continue to be seated in Padmasana. Your elbows on top of the feet. Now you're going to continue to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka, which is bringing your mouth in the position like the beak of a crow. Inhale through your mouth and then exhale through your nose. Please continue to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्वोरन्तरे पादौ उत्तानौ व्यक्तसंस्थितौ उल्भौ छाछाद्य हस्ताभ्याम् उत्तानाभ्यां प्रयत्नः.
Now we are going to be entering into Padmasana 3. Sit straight. Place your right hand on top of your left and bring it at the base of your spine. Place your right palm on top of your left. Place it at your perineum and sit straight. Close your eyes. You're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we are performing the Padmasana 3. Now we are going to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha, which means you're going to inhale, placing your mouth like the beak of a crow. Lock the breath inside you in the Jalandhara Bandha, bringing your chin to the chest. Lock the breath. Hold there as long as possible and then release the bandha. Exhale forcefully. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold here as much as you can and then relax. Once again repeat by inhaling through your mouth. Continue to perform the Padmasana 3 with the Kakachanchukumbhaka and the Mahamudra Bandha, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Please sit straight. Make sure that your back is straight. Do not slouch. Continue to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka without stopping. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानौ चरणौ विधाय विधिवत् शक्तिस्थितो योगिरात्.
We are now going to be performing the Padmasana 4. Place your palms on top of your knees, palms facing downwards. Sit straight. Bring your gaze towards the nose. Look at the tip of your nose. Now we will continue to perform the pranayama, the Kakachanchukumbhaka pranayama, without the Mahamudra Bandha. So you are only going to inhale through your mouth in the position of a beak. Inhale through your mouth and then slowly exhale through your nose. You're going to visualize Paramashiva in your inner space as you perform the Padmasana 4. Now visualize Swamiji in your inner space in his Vishwarupa as Paramashiva and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एतत् पद्मासनं कुर्यात् प्राणवायु प्रसिद्धये शुभासनं सदा ध्यायेत् पूरयित्वा पुनः पुनः.
Let us now enter into Karmukasana 2. As you continue to be seated in the same position, you are going to hold on towards your right big toe with your index and middle finger, with your right middle and index finger, and pull it towards your hip. Place the other hand on your respective knee. Lift the elbow, pulling it towards your back. like pulling the strings of a bow. As we continue to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka in the Karmukasana, inhale through your mouth, place in the shape of a beak of a crow, and then exhale through your nose. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow in your inner space as you perform the Karmukasana too. Keep the tension, keep it pulling, don't relax. Keep the leg pulled continuously. With the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एतत् पद्मासनं कुर्यात् प्राणवायुप्रसिद्धये शुभासनं सदा ध्यायेत् पूरयित्वा पुनः पुनः.
The next asana we are going to perform is going to be Karmukasana 3. So in Karmukasana 3, you are now going to hold on to your feet from behind your back. You're going to hold on to your feet from behind your back, which means you need to get your feet into Padmasana and pull it as close as possible towards your hips. So you're going to pull your feet as close as possible towards your hip. Then with one hand, you're going to get one hand at the back and try and hold on to your feet. And then the other hand, you're going to twist it and try to hold on to the opposite foot. So at least one foot you're going to try to hold and pull your feet backward. You can do the same in Ardha Padmasana also. When you're doing it in Ardha Padmasana, the feet that is there on top, just that one, you're going to be twisting your hand at the back and pulling yourself with the other hand, then twisting at the back. So let us now perform the Karmukasana 3. Come on, all of you, try to pull your feet backward. Try to hold on with both your feet from behind your back. Try to hold on to both your feet from behind your back with your hands crossed behind your back. Hold on to your feet. You need to pull your heels as close as possible towards your hips. Adjust your Padmasana to get your heels as close as possible towards the hip. Hold the position. You're going to visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow in your inner space as we perform the Karmukasana 3. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda.
कार्मुकासनमाक्षिप्य उदरे पूरयेत् सुखं तदा वायुर्वतो याति कालेन सूक्ष्मवायुना.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Dridhasana. In Dridhasana, you are going to continue to be seated in Karmukasana 3 and lifting your chest up, you are going to bring your gaze towards your third eye. So once again, try to hold on to your feet from behind your back. At least try to hold one foot and pull it. If you're not able to do both, at least try to hold one foot from the back and pull it. Come on, all of you, at least one leg. Every one of you should hold at least one leg. Try to hold at least one leg from behind your back. Hold on to the toes and try to pull it. And then twist the other hand behind. Try to get it as close as possible towards the feet. Now, lift your chest up. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पूर्वभ्यामुपरि स्थाप्य पादयुग्मं प्रयत्नतः दक्षिणं सव्यदेशे च सव्यं दक्षिणदेशके.
Relax. Now, from Padmasana, we are going to be placing our hands behind our back. We are going to be entering into Nagarasana. So, Just place your hands behind your back, holding on to your opposite elbows with your palms. Continue to be seated in Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana. Interlock your hands at the back by holding on to the opposite elbows and lie down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Your hands behind your back, holding on to your opposite elbows. Lay down on the ground. You're going to visualize yourself as a snake in your inner space. Perform the Sahaja Pranayama. Inhale through your nose and visualize the prana flowing through your entire body. Hold as comfortably as possible and then slowly exhale through your nose as you perform the Sahaja Pranayama. With the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम पद्मासन कोठाने, दो हाथ पाछाने आने, पाद अंगूठा पकड़े आनी, सोवे कहुनिया कुल्या पानी.
Now stretch your feet out, relax your hands, release your hands from your back. We are going to be entering into Kandukasana. As you lie down on your back, bend your knees and bring your knees as close as possible towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Bring your head towards your knees. Entering into Kandukasana. As you perform the Kandukasana, you're going to visualize yourself as a ball in your inner space. Hold the position. Bring your neck towards your knees. Come on, all of you, lift your neck off the ground. Visualize yourself as a ball in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नेत्रासने स्थित्वा हस्तपादान् निष्कुष्य ऊर्ध्वं नयेत्, अष्टवंशेन भूमिं पोथयेत्, कन्दुकासनं भवति.
Now place the feet on the ground. Place your hands behind your head. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Feet on the ground, knees raised up towards the sky. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as we perform the Urdhva Pavanasana. Look up at the sky. Please perform the Urdhva Pavanasana. As you perform the Urdhva Pavanasana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथमे पूर्ध्वसैन करावे, गोड़ा उभाराशि मिलावे, दुर्भमाहिला अंकुष्ठदोजी, करे एक समेल रसोजी.
Now insert your hands in the gap between your feet. You're going to now stretch out your hands in front of you and place your heels on top of your fingers, palms facing up. Bring your heels on top of your hands, on top of your palms. Bring your heels on top of your palms. From this position, you're going to push your hip up towards the sky. Push your feet up towards the sky. Come on, all of you, push your hip up. Raise your hips off the ground. Raise your hips off the ground. Hold the position. We are performing the Markata Pitasana. Visualize yourself as a powerful ape in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानशयनं पादतये उत्तानहस्तयोः स्थापयेत्, पृष्ठभागमुत्तमयेत्, मरकटपीठं भवति.
Relax. Drop your hips to the ground. You are now going to bring your hands to support your hips. Place your hands under your hips. Hold on to your hips with your hands. Hold on to your hips with your hands. Raise your hips off the ground, support your hips with your hands. Now, from this position, you're going to straighten out your feet as much as possible. Straighten out your knees as much as possible. With your hands being supported, with your hip being supported by your hands, stretch out the feet. Come on, try to stretch it out as much as possible. Push your knees out. Try to bring your feet, the soles of your feet onto the ground. Toes pointing forward. We are now performing the Utthana Shikipitakasana. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Utthana Shikipitakasana and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जङ्घोरुबलहीनश्चेत् उत्तानशिखिपीठकम् अप्रमत्तः भुक्तेस्प्राजितेन्द्रियः.
Now, from the same position, slowly bend your knees again. You are now going to lift your feet up into the sky, stretching your feet up, kicking your feet off the ground, pushing it up towards the sky into the Narakasana. Your hands by the side, by your hips supported. Push your feet up towards the sky, stretch your knees out as you enter into Narakasana. Come on, all of you, hands supporting your hips. Kick your feet up towards the sky, raise your feet up towards the sky and hold the position. Come on, all of you, lift your feet, lift your feet. Lift your feet up. Place your hands under your hips and lift your feet up towards the sky. Hold there. Hold there. Visualize yourself passing through hell without being touched, unscathed. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ग्रीवाकण्ठेन भूमिं विष्टम्भा पादाग्रद्वयम् ऊर्ध्वमुत्त्रजेत् नरकासनं भवति.
From the same position, you're going to slightly bring your feet forward into Tiryan to get your feet into an obtuse angle. So bring your feet slightly towards the ground, stretch it more towards the ground, push it a little more towards the ground into a cross angle. And hold the position supported by your hips. Continue to perform the Tiryan. Come on, all of you, raise your hips off the ground, feet off the ground and hold. You're going to visualize yourself as a boat in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नौकावत् स्थित्वा ऊर्ध्वं पादाग्रद्वयं नजेत् तिर्यन्नौकासनं भवति.
Now stretch your hands in front of you. Raise your feet straight above your head. Palms facing the floor, palms down on the ground. Lift your body all the way up from your shoulders. Your palms stretched out in front of you. Come on, stretch your palms out in front of you. Your hands out in front of you, palms facing the ground. Feet raised up towards the sky. We are now performing the Dvajasana. While performing the Dvajasana, you're going to visualize yourself as a flag of Kailasa in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
तिर्यन्नौकावत् ग्रीवापृष्ठगूर्परैः भूमिं वष्टभ्य हस्तकलाक्षेण पादाग्रद्वयमूर्ध्वनजेत् ध्वजासनं भवति.
Relax. Stretch your feet out in front of you and lie down on your back. Lay down on your back. Place your hands by the side of your hips, palms facing up towards the sky. Have a slight gap between your feet. Inhale and exhale. Relax your entire body. Inhale and exhale.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Move the tips of your fingers, your toes. Move your knees. Bend your knees. Bring your knees as close as possible towards your chest. Hold on to it with your hands. Roll yourself towards the left and right. And slowly come back to a seated position. Please come back to a seated position. We're going to be performing is going to be Savriti Asana. In Savriti Asana, stretch both your feet out in front of you. Now, bring your right foot closer to your perineum. Bend your right foot and get it to the perineum. And place your left foot on your right thigh. Place your left foot on the right thigh. Place both your palms on top of your knees. Palms facing down towards knees. Sit straight. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Sit straight. Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nose, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni, the fire in your navel center. As you perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhale, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni in your stomach, and then slowly exhale. While doing this, visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. And the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
परिमूल द्वारिके की बैसे डाबा पग की येड़ी जी मनो पग मोड़ी पग थली की माहिली कोर.
Continue to remain seated in the same position. Switch your gaze towards your nose. As we perform the Vajrasana 2, switch your gaze towards the nose. Now, we are going to continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana Bandha, which means you're going to inhale through your nose, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni in your stomach, and then forcefully exhale the air out through your nose. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold as comfortably as possible, and then relax and repeat. Make sure that your gaze continues to be towards the tip of your nose. Let's continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale deeply through your nose, visualizing the Jataragni being awakened with your breath. Exhale forcefully through your nose. Pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold as comfortably as possible, and relax and repeat. Visualize the weapon of Lord Indra representing indestructibility in your inner space. With the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
येन कन्दं प्रवीड्य चान्यं पादं सुलिङ्गोपरि निक्षिपेच्च वज्रं सदा प्राणजये च सिद्धं ग्रीवातनो मस्तकमस्तशस्तम्.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Siddhasana 2. In Siddhasana 2, continue to be seated in the same position. We are now going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha. You are going to bring your gaze back towards your third eye and perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha, which means you are going to inhale, visualizing the breath awakening your Jataragni, and lock the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath inside you as long as possible. And then forcefully exhale the breath through your nose and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Relax and then repeat the same. Continue to gaze at your third eye. Please continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana Bandha. And repeat. Visualize yourself as a Siddha Yoga, a master in the yogic sciences, with the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
स्थानुस्तम्यमितेन्द्रियोचलदृशा पश्यन् भ्रुवोरन्तरम् चैतन्मोक्षकपातभेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते।
Relax. Now we're going to be entering into the Brahmasana. In Brahmasana, as you continue to be seated in the same position, keep both your hands cupped together on the right knee. Keep both your hands cupped together on the right knee. Now bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards your nose. We are now going to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha. Inhale, visualizing the breath awakening, the Jataragni, the fire in your navel center. Hold the breath inside you in the Jalandhara Bandha by locking your chin to the chest. Hold the breath as long as possible. And then slowly exhale through your nose and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold as comfortably as possible. Relax and once again repeat the pranayama, the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha. Please continue and perform the pranayama. Now visualize Lord Brahma in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पाद्मं ब्रह्मं सदा सहितं स्वस्तिकं वज्रमासनं बद्धकोणं भद्रपृष्ठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च।
Relax. Now we are going to be entering into the next asana. The next asana we are going to perform is going to be Muktasana 2. Continue to be seated in the same position. Now look in front of you, sit in a relaxed way. You are now going to bring your awareness towards your right ear. Bring your awareness towards your right ear and see the sounds that you are hearing through your right ear. Listen intensely. You can close your eyes and try to listen to the sound that is entering through your right ear as you perform the Muktasana 2. We'll be performing the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni, and then exhaling. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. And listen intensely for the sound that is entering through your right ear. Listen to the sound of the wind, the sound of your surroundings. See clearly what sound is entering through your right ear. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मुक्तासने स्थितो योगी मुद्रां सन्धाय शाम्भवीं शृणुयात् दक्षिणे कर्णे नादमन्तस्तमेकधिः।
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Valmikasana 2. As you continue to be seated in the same position, place your hands in the Bindu Mudra. Touch your index and thumb finger together and place them on your knees, palms facing up towards the sky. Sit straight. Open your shoulders, lift your chest. Palms facing up towards the sky in the Bindu Mudra. Now bring your gaze towards your third eye. Gaze at your third eye. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Gaze at your third eye. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhaling, visualizing the breath, awakening the Jataragni in your navel center. And then slowly exhaling through your nose. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka in the Valmiki Asana. Now visualize Sage Valmiki in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
બેસી કરી ડાવા પગ કી પગથરી જેડી બારી લાફના દિશી મોડી જીમની પાછતી લગાવે.
Now we are going to be entering into the Dvishirasana. As you continue to be seated on the same position, you're going to place your hands on your knees. Place both your hands on your knees. You're now going to raise the left shoulder as high as possible towards your face, making it seem as though you have a second head. So raise the left shoulder all the way up towards your face as we perform the Dvishirasana. Place both your hands on your knees. And perform the Dvishirasana. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhaling through your nose. Visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni in your navel center. And then slowly exhaling through your nose. Visualize yourself as a god with more than one head. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
स्कन्धशिरः पर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं दुशीर्षं भवति.
Relax. We are now going to be repeating the Dvishirasana on the other side. Now you're going to lift your right shoulder as high as possible towards your head. Place your hands on your knees. Lift your right shoulder up towards your head. Come on, all of you, lift the right shoulder as high as possible towards your head. Now continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhaling through your nose. Visualizing the breath awakening your Jataragni. And then slowly exhale through your nose. Please perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Take deep and long breaths. Visualize yourself having two heads in your inner space. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
इतम्बे हस्तयुगलम् भूमौ सङ्कोचितः पतेत्.
Relax your shoulder. We are now going to be entering into Kumbhirasana. In Kumbhirasana, you are now, as you continue to be seated in the same position, raise your hands above your head. Form the shape of a pot as if holding a pot on top of your head. Place your hands on top of your head, interlocking your fingers. Sit straight. Please sit straight. Be seated. Interlock your hands and place it over your head. Now perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana Bandha. So you're going to inhale through your nose. Visualize the breath awakening the Jataragni. And then forcefully exhale through your nose. And pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold as comfortably as possible. Relax and repeat. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana Bandha. Perform at least 3 cycles of the breath Samana Kumbhaka along with the Uddiyana. Now visualize yourself as an alligator in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramoham.
नितम्बे हस्तयुगलम् भूमौ सङ्कोचितः पतेत्. कुम्भीरासनमाह वायूनां धारणाय च.
Relax your hands. Relax your hands. Now stretch out both your feet. Next, going to be entering into chakra. In chakrasana, you're going to be seated by placing your thighs over both your heels. You're going to cross your feet, placing your heels under the thighs. Cross your feet, placing your heels under the thighs. Leg position such that your thighs are resting on both your heels. Place your hands on top of your knees. Place your hands on top of your knees. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Open your shoulders. Bring your chest up. Inhale and exhale deeply, performing the Samana Kumbhaka. Bring your gaze towards your nose as you perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhaling, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni in your stomach, and the feeling. Please continue to perform the ska. Now visualize each of your chakras starting with the Mooladhara chakra all the way towards your Sahasrara chakra through your entire spinal cord, becoming a bright ball of light with a bright white light. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कव्योरुदक्षिणे गुल्फे दक्षिणं दक्षिणेतरे निदध्यादृजुगाय तु चक्रासनमिदं मतम्.
The next asana that we are going to perform is going to be swastika asana. Continue to be seated in the same position. Now you are going to embody peace, well-being, good fortune and prosperity by visualizing the swastika symbol in your inner space. Visualize the swastika symbol in your inner space. You can see on the screen how the swastika looks. So you're going to visualize that in your inner space as you continue to be seated in the same position. Bring your gaze towards your nose and perform Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale, visualizing the breath, awakening your Jataragni, and then exhale. Have the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्घोरन्तरे सम्यक् दृष्ट्वा पादतले उभे समकायसुखासीन सुस्त्रं तत्प्रचक्षते.
Let us now enter into Swastikasana 3. As you continue to be seated in the same position, place your hands in the Parashumudra, which is interlocking your fingers. Place your hands in the Parashumudra and bring your palms in front of your chest. Place your hands in front of your chest in an interlock position. Sit straight and gaze forward, look forward, gaze forward. Place your hands on your chest, interlock your fingers and place your hands on your chest. Make sure that you sit straight. Continue to visualize the swastika in your inner space as you perform the Swastikasana 3 and continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling through your nose, visualizing the breath awakening the Jataragni in your stomach, navel center, and then slowly exhale through your nose. Have the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्घोरन्तरे कृत्वा योगी पादतले उभे ऋजुकाय समासीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते.
Relax, stretch your feet out. We are next going to be entering into Virasana 2. Please stretch your feet out. Now from this position, place the right foot in between the thigh and your calf. Bend your right foot and place it in the gap between your thigh and calf. Now place the left foot on top of the right thigh. Place the left foot on top of the right thigh. Left foot is in between the gap of your right thigh and calf muscle, and the left foot is on top of the right thigh. Sit straight and place your hands on top of the knees. Sit straight, all of you please sit straight. Place your hands on top of the knees. Now bring your gaze towards your nose Continuing to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale. Visualize the breath awakening the Jataragni and slowly exhale. Take deep and long breaths. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and embody the state and space of bravery with the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वीरासनमनस्थैर्य करमुत्साह वीर्यकृत लक्ष्य संधान जननम सुखासनमनाजयम्.
Relax. The next asana we are going to perform is going to be Siddhi Haratali Asana. Now bring both your heels together at your perineum. Bring both your heels towards your perineum. Keep your knees nice and wide. Interlock your fingers around your feet. Pull your heels as close as possible towards your perineum. And slowly wave your feet up and down. Try to push your feet as close as possible towards the ground, but ensure that your heels continue to be as close as possible towards your perineum. Come on, all of you, pull your feet closer to your perineum. Your heels all the way close to your perineum. And flap your feet. Come on, all of you, flap your feet. Every one of you, please flap your feet. Try to push your knees towards the floor. Now, we are going to continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Jalandhara Bandha, which means you're going to inhale deeply, visualizing the breath awakening, the Jataragni, and then hold the breath by bringing your chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold as long as possible. And then slowly release the bandha and exhale and repeat. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Jalandhara Bandha in the Siddhi Haratali Asana. Unclutch yourself from all the ego fulfilling success, so-called success in your life, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पकथली संपूट करी अबोल्या को संपूट करे माही शूलो राशे.
Now we are going to enter into Bhadrasana 3. In Bhadrasana 3, you are now going to hold on to your feet from under your feet. Place your hands from under your feet and separate your toes. Heels together, separate your toes. Continue to flap your feet to push your feet as close as possible towards the ground. Heels together, toes slightly separated. Bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards your nose. We are now going to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mahamudra Bandha, which means we are going to inhale deeply through our nose, visualizing the breath awakening, the Jataragni, and lock the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath as long as possible in Jalandhara Bandha. And then release the bandha, forcefully exhale the breath and pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha. Hold that as comfortably as possible and then repeat. Please perform the pranayama. All of you understand, as we are progressing, we'll be entering into the more and more subtle components. So do not miss the pranayama. Pranayama is what is going to get you the actual results, the pranayama, the bandha, the visualization. So even if the asanas feel simple and easy to do, focus, make sure that you are performing it sincerely with all the bandhas and the pranayamas. Now visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वृद्धौ च वृषणस्यादः सीवन्त्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् सव्यगुल्भं तथा सव्ये दक्षगुल्भं तु दक्षिणे.
We are next going to be entering into Yoga Narasimhasana. In this position, now cross your heels and raise your knees. Cross your heels, raise your knees. Place your palms, back of your palms on top of your knees, palms facing up towards the sky. Palms facing up towards the sky. Cross your knees, cross your heels, knees up. Palms on top of your knees, palms facing up. Now you're going to stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully, visualizing yourself as Lord Narasimha in your inner space. Please continue to perform the exhalations, visualizing yourself as Lord Narasimha. All of you stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मायूरं पिञ्चमायूरं पद्मपीठसमन्वितं पौकुटं गर्भपिण्डं च कौर्मं योगनृसिंहकम्.
As you continue to be seated in the same position, turn your hands and hold on to your knees. Turn your hands and hold on to your knees. Heels crossed, knees up, palms holding on to your knees. You are going to visualize yourself as a flock of crows in your inner space as we perform the Kakarupa Skandasana. In this position, bring your gaze towards your nose and continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nose. Hold the breath and then exhale. With the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अथ वक्षिकाकरूपस्कन्धासनमुत्तमम् कलिपापात्रमुच्चेत वायवीं वशमानयेत् निजपादद्वयं बद्ध्वा स्कन्धदेशे तथा.
The next asana is the Utkatikasana. Now, as you are seated on the ground with your knees raised up, keep your hands on the knees and just unlock your feet. Uncross your feet and place your feet flat in front of you. Get your feet as close as possible towards yourself, towards your perineum. Keep your gaze towards the nose.
Sitting. Visualize that you're sitting in the space of Upanishad with Swamiji, listening to all the Paramasatyas. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, inhaling from the mouth, the nose, and exhaling from the nose. Perform the Moola Bandha, tighten your perineum region, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पुटपार्श्वसमायोगे प्राहुरुत्कटिकासनम्.
Now stretch your legs forward. Stretch your legs forward and place your legs on the ground. We are going to be performing the Dandasana 2. So as your legs are extended in front of you, place your hands on top of your knees. Make sure that your ankles and toes are together. Your ankles and toes are together, they are not separated. So make sure that your legs are together so your ankles and toes come together. Keep your knees straight, back straight. Open up your chest and sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Keep your gaze towards the nose. Gaze towards your nose. Keep your gaze towards the nose. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's Yoga Danda. You can see the Yoga Danda in the screen. Yoga Danda is a very powerful spiritual product that Swamiji uses to initiate. Visualize that in your inner space. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Inhale through the nose and mouth. Your inhalations should make a slight sound of an ocean, like how the ocean, there is breeze in the ocean with the waves moving. Create a sound of an ocean. Do the Moola Bandha, tighten your perineum region into the Moola Bandha, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
यत्रोपविश्य पादौ तद् दण्डासनमुदीरितम्.
Now, the next asana is the Tadaka Mudrasana. So, in the Tadaka Mudrasana, what we are going to be doing is, as you are seated here, inhale and raise your hands up above you. And as you exhale, go forward and down, holding on to your big toes with your hands. Get your forehead towards the ground in front of you. Try to have a slight gap in between your feet so your head reaches the ground. Pull yourself down, holding your feet. Go as forward as you can, as much down as you can. Bring your forehead towards the ground and keep your gaze towards the nose. As you're performing this asana, keep your gaze towards the nose. Visualize a tank of water as you engage yourself in the Uddiyana Bandha. Now we are going to be performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. And as you exhale, suck your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as a tank full of water. Now inhale in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Exhale forcefully and suck your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha and continue to visualize yourself as a tank of water. Come on, let's all perform this asana now. You can help the other person if you are, if someone is next to you who needs help. If you need help, you can ask the person next to you. You can partner up for this asana and you can go help each other in this asana. You can help your partner to go down. Gently give them a slight push from the lower back. Do not push from the upper back, push from the lower back. You are bending from your lower back, from your hips, not just from your back. You're trying to keep your spine as erect as possible. Keep your spine as straight as possible. Do not bend your spine. You can switch your partners if you are done. You can help your partner now. Your partner can go down. And you can help your partner. You can push your partner down. Have a slight gap between your feet so your head can reach all the way towards the ground. Keep your knees straight. Do not bend your knees. With your knees straight, go as much as you can go down. Yes, let us all perform this asana. Come on, go down as much as you can and hold that. Inhale and exhale, at least for 7 breaths. As you're down there, inhale and exhale 7 breaths. Inhale and exhale slowly, not fast. Inhale and exhale with awareness onto your breath. Inhale and exhale as much as you can. Putting awareness on your breath. Inhale and exhale in this asana. Perform as much as you can. You can help your partner. You can help the other person next to you. You can take the support from the acharyas as well. The acharyas can help any participant who needs help. Push from the lower back. All of you push from the lower back so that person can bend nicely. So nicely feel the stretch in your lower back, in your hamstrings. Push yourself down. Hold where you can. As you perform this asana, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रभाग शीर्ष सर्वांग महामुद्रा च ताडकी बद्ध कोनस्बद्ध पद्मं दंडं पश्चिमतानकम्.
Okay, now you can just sit with your legs straight, stretched out. Just relax your feet, relax your back. You can just shake your feet out to relax yourself and just stretch your back a little bit towards the side. Move yourself to the sides a little bit. Move your feet around and stretch your legs. Yes, the next asana we are going to be performing is the Prankasana. So in the Prankasana, what we are going to be doing is as your legs are stretched out in front of you, you are going to be placing your hands. You can just look at the screen. You are going to be placing both your hands firmly on the ground and you are going to lift yourself up using the strength of your core muscles and your hands. You're going to be pushing yourself up and moving side to side as a cradle would. You can see the screen. You're going to lift yourself up into the air with your complete entire body other than your hands, moving it up, and you're going to move your body left and right like this as a cradle would move. How a cradle would move, you're going to move yourself right and left, swinging yourself slightly. So the easier variation in this is first get into the position. First you need to get into this position where you're having your legs stretched out in front, your hands placed next to your hips, and slightly press yourself up. Try to press yourself up, just trying to lift the buttocks off. That is the first step. Just if you lift your buttocks off, that is enough. If you're not able to lift your entire body up, you need a lot of core strength in this. You will be using a lot of your abdominal strength in this asana. So you need to build that strength. So as you lift up, try to engage your core muscles. Try to tighten your core muscles and do the Mula Bandha as well as you perform this asana, so you will get more strength. So try to perform this asana along with the Mula Bandha and tightening your core muscles. That will give you the strength to lift up. So start engaging your core muscles. Feel the burning sensation in your core muscles as you're holding up. Your feet can be on the ground if you are not able to lift your feet up. If you are able to lift your feet up, lift up and move yourself side to side as a cradle. Come on, let's all do this for 11 seconds now. All of you, on the count of 3, let us all lift and hold up in wherever you can. If you can lift your feet also up, lift your entire body up, or at least just lift your buttocks off the ground and move side to side as a cradle would. Okay, so I'll lift up on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, lift up. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, relax. You can relax in this asana. So now we'll perform the asana with all the other components as well. In this asana, keep your gaze forward. Visualize yourself as a cradle, rocking side to side. You're going to be visualizing yourself as a cradle and perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Inhale through the nose and the mouth and exhale through the nose as you're performing this asana. Do the Mula Bandha. Now all of you lift up. Let us chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेङ्खवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय
Relax. Let's now enter into the next asana. The next asana is going to be Prenkhasana 2. Now, as you are seated in the same position, you're going to be kicking your feet up. Jump in front of you by pushing your feet up. You can bend your knees and push your feet up if you want. Bend your knees and kick your feet up and down as you perform the Prenkhasana 2. Let's do this together. All of you, place your feet in front of you. If you're able to lift with your core muscles, that's good. If not, bend your knee. Please bend your knee. Yes, all of you bend your knee. Now from this position, as you have your knees bent, you're now going to kick one leg at a time. And then down. Come on, try to kick 1 foot at a time and then drop down. As we perform the Prenkhasana 2. Come on, all of you, try, every one of you. Try to kick your feet up and then come down. Now, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, rocking on a cradle, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेङ्खवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तकोपरि नीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय
Relax, relax, relax. Stretch your feet out. Shake your knees. Relax your feet out. Shake your knees. Shake your knees out. Rotate your wrist. Rotate your wrist. Push it in. Pull your wrist towards you. Just shake it out. Now, Bring your feet to the ground. Keep your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Bring your heels as close as possible towards your butt. Wrap your arms around your knees. Wrap your arms around your knees. Bring your heels as close as possible towards your butt. Balance yourself. Knees together. Try to pull your knees together. Heels close to your butt. Be seated. Butt on the ground. Now, bring your gaze towards your third eye. Gaze towards your third eye. Let us now perform the Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale through your nose and your mouth. Hold the breath. And then slowly exhale through your nose. Continue to perform the Yogasana 3. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space, experiencing the oneness with Swamiji. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पृष्ठे भेदान्वितं पादं तस्य हस्तेन बन्धयेत् अथ योगासनं वक्षे यत्कृत्वा योगिराट् भवेत्.
The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Vrasapati Asana. In this asana, now bend your left knee, place your left foot under your buttocks, bend your left knee and sit on top of it, on top of your left foot. Now place your right knee over the left, cross it, place your right knee over the left, place your hands on the opposite knees, place your palms on the opposite knees, hold the position. We are now going to be performing the Shitkari Pranayama. In Shitkari Pranayama, you are going to clench your teeth together and inhale through the gap between your teeth and then exhale through your nose. Visualize yourself blissfully residing in a temple and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
धीमना गोडो अग्रकरिडावो पगजी मणिपाशति आनी मोड़ी येड़ी कुला नीचे राशि फना पानी अधर रहे.
Now we are going to be entering into the Durvasasana. Now from this position, you are going to bring the foot on which you are sitting, which is your left foot, just push it to the side, bring your butt onto the ground, bring your butt onto the ground, knees crossed. Now you are going to touch the right fingertips to the joints of the left fingers. Touch the right fingertips to the joints of your left fingers. And now rest them as close as possible towards your groin with your palm facing up, with your palms facing up. Continue to touch the left joints with your right fingers and sit straight. going to continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. Inhale through the gap between your teeth and then exhale slowly through your nose. Now bring your gaze towards your third eye. Bring your gaze towards your third eye as you continue to perform the Durvasasana. Visualize the effects, positive effects of purification of the Dhruva grass in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दाई जंघ परिकरे जीवनो पगदाई पाशते आनी फनादो धरती ते की बारला गुलफगुला की बारली.
Now we are going to enter into the Sukhadevasana. As you continue to be seated in the same position, you are going to get your palms into the Shambhavi Mudra, which is touching your little fingers and your thumb together. Bring your wrist together, spread your fingers wide apart, forming the shape of a lotus, and place it on top of you. Place it on top of your knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide as a full bloomed lotus. You're going to visualize all the gods and goddesses being pleased with you in your inner space. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, which is inhaling through the gap between your teeth and then slowly exhaling through your nose. Continue to perform. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama with the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वाम जंग अरुपीडी माही दक्षिण पीडी धरे सुताही आने वाम गोड़ा माहिली राशे दक्षिण गोड़ा अग्र मिलावे.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be performing is going to be Datta Digambarasana. In Datta Digambarasana, as you continue to be seated in the same position, hold on to your feet with both your hands. Hold on to the feet with both your hands. Sit straight. Head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Bring your gaze towards your third eye. Continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama, inhaling through the gap between your feet, between your teeth. And slowly exhale through your nose. Visualize Swamiji as Paramashiva in your inner space, blessing you to move beyond all the material needs and desires. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम जीवनो पाव उचावे दागी जंग ऊपर करियावे दागी पाखती ताको आने घोड़ा ऊपर तल करिठाने.
The next asana we are going to perform is going to be Matsyandrasana 3. From the seated position, you are now going to bend forward and down, bringing your forehead towards the ground. Bend forward and down. Try to bring your forehead towards the ground. Bend down. Come on, every one of you, bend down. Push yourself to get your forehead towards the ground. Come on, all of you, bend down and hold yourself at the bottom. Hold the position at the bottom. In this position, you're going to continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. Inhale through the gap between your feet and exhale through your nose. Please continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. Visualize a fish in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दीमनोपगदागी जंघ परिराशे एड़ी कड़ी लगावे.
Slowly come back to a seated position. Now, whichever knee is on top, raise that hand above your head. Whichever knee is on top, the knee that you have on top, raise that hand above your head. Raise that hand above your head and bend it backwards. Now with the other hand, bend it behind your back and try to hold on to your fingers behind your head. Feet continue to be crossed. Hold on to your hands behind your back. As you perform the Gomukhasana 2, continue to perform the Shitkari Pranayama. Inhale through the gap between your feet, between your teeth. Visualize yourself as a cow in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानकूर्मपीठं च सिंहगारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Relax. Now lay down on your back in Shavasana. Stretch your feet out and lay down on your back. Palms by the side of your hips. Relax yourself.
Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om.
Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Move your knees. Slowly bring yourself back to the body. Hug your knees, roll towards the left and right, and slowly come back to a seated position. Come back to a seated position. Let's all sit straight, bring our hands in front of our heart. We're going to be ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Please sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Let's chant the Purna Mantra and offer our gratitude to Swamiji. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody.